Pokus! Slepý! Playo.tv live broadcasting.
And the home team, Team Belgium, first batter number 7, Jansen Wesley. Second batter number 20, Goran Kruijke. Third batter number 23, Jan Zelenka. Fourth batter number 22, Ivan de Groot. Fifth batter number 18, Jeroen van Middler. Sixth batter number 6, Kenny Selly. Seventh batter number 21, Michael Blaise. The eighth batter number 16, Steve Sellis. Ninth batter number 15, Daniel Morel. And the pitcher on the flex, number 25, Ivo Palinki. On the bench, Bob Knops 9, number 17, Günther Wienens, number 19, Stefan Tielemans. The coaches are Günther Wienens and Lucas van der Linden. The umpires are the home Frank Rogier, the first base Nikolaj Filip, and the third base Jens Jakobsen. Dámy a pánové, prosím, postaňte při poslechu národní hymny. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and be listening of national anthems.
Those are the national anthems of Israel and Belgium. And during the national anthems, the wind actually picked up quite a bit, and we could see the flags really fluttering out there in right center field. It's calmed down a bit, but I think we can expect some wind to be coming and going throughout this game. And as for this game, it's for 5th place in the tournament. Earlier today, we just saw Croatia defeat Germany 11-0 to take 7th. So this game for 5th and 6th place between Israel and Great Britain. As we take a look now, Israeli team pumped up, they're young and energetic, and the Belgians take the field. And we see the Belgian defensive alignment now.
Well, Palek's on the mound, on the pitching today for the Belgian team. He's struggled this tournament. He comes in with a 22.50 ERA. 30 earned runs in 9 innings, but we can imagine those were against quality teams. Brussels overall coming in at 4-4, having beaten the Israelis 10-3 earlier in the tournament. And you're right about the wind. The wind has definitely picked up. We saw the dust fluttering around for the first time the past 2 days. So they tried to water down the field in between games, and we also saw we've already seen the first game missed fly ball pop-up. So the wind will be a factor. It seems to be kind of a swirling wind today, which can play havoc on these pop-ups with the softball.
Well, in that game earlier today, we also saw a walk-off home run. Walk-off because it enacted the mercy rule, but it was a 2-run shot to left center field. And it had to be a strong shot, too, because the wind was blowing in at the time. But that ended the first game, and you can watch that in the Playo.tv catalog. So we're about to get started now. Leading off for Israel is the pitcher, Daniel Winnick.
Winnick's hitting .400 this tournament. He's 15 at bats, 6 hits. Let's see if he can get something started. A lefty here. They're playing him straight away, shallow in center.
First pitch is hit hard down the first base side, but foul. First pitch from Ivo Palinks.
Palinks will give up his hits. He'll give up. The Belgian defense has got to be on its toes. He's not an overpowering pitcher at all.
Inside, 1-1. That one also misses the inside corner, 2-1.
Palinks giving us a little look into the umpire, wondering where that pitch was, but it was a little bit inside.
He rips that one foul down the first base line as well.
Winnick's shaking his head. He wants that pitch back. He thought he could do more with it.
Looks like Palinks is trying to come inside on him, but Winnick seemed to be the left-handed batter seems to be doing a pretty good job of pulling his pitches.
See if he goes outside with this one. 2-2 count. Okay.
Back inside. This one will stay fair. Chop down the line into right field. So a leadoff single for Winnick.
A nice bit of hitting. The catcher did set up on the outside corner, but the ball was not where he wanted it. And another inside pitch, and this time Winnick is able to pound it into right field.
That'll bring up Mordecai Roth, shortstop. Swing and a miss, that time on the outside corner. So it looks like that's where Palinks likes to go on that corner, whether the batter is right-handed or left-handed.
Well, interesting, no bunt here. The
Number
Israelis
two.
are confident they can hit Palinks.
Gets on that one to third base. Across the diamond for the out. That was Van Nuffel, the third baseman with that play. No play at second, of course. Bar Ari Shrim now.
Shrim's hitting .353 this tournament.
Called strike on the outside corner.
Shrim's got one of the 2 home runs for the Israeli team.
He misses high. Gets a piece of that one back to the pitcher. Over to first for the out. Palinks takes it himself, but the runner now on 2 infield outs has moved over to third. Kfir Leon now, the batter. One of 2 of the young Leon brothers on this Israeli team.
Kfir is hitting .385 through this tournament. 1 RBI.
And he hits it, is gonna get through. The shortstop, Salih, blocks it down, but he has no play anywhere. And so an RBI single for Leon with 2 out.
First ball hitting there, gets it right into the hole between third and short. Nice play by the shortstop, Salih, to knock that down.
I think to have any play at first base, the third baseman there, Van Nuffel, would have had to make a play on it, but it was too deep once it got to the shortstop to get anybody. So with a 1-0 lead now and 2 out, that brings up Raz Shakur to the plate.
Shakur is another one of the high school students that's on the Israeli team. 4 high school students in the starting lineup this afternoon. The Leon brothers, Shakur and Shren, all still in high school. So this is a young team. It's gone 3 and 5 so far in this tournament.
The thing is, as that pitch is well outside, 3 of those are the 3, 4, 5 hitters, so we can see that they've got a young team and they're young players who they think are the biggest offensive threats on this team. That was low, 2-2. Full count. So Leon on first will be running on the pitch here. Full count and 2 outs. Hit right back, and Palinks can't hold on to it. And running on the pitch was Leon, and he makes it all the way to third because of that.
Nice bit of running there by Leon, not stopping at second base. He knew that ball was going to fall in no man's land between the pitcher and second baseman, and went all the way to third with no throw.
Palinks was so close to getting out of the inning there. Say no play for Janssens there once he picked up that ball. So now first and third with 2 out. Jonathan Aaron is now the batter for Israel.
Aaron's had a very nice tournament to date, hitting .375.
In there for a strike.
Big at bat here now. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. And as you said, that this could have been out of the inning by now.
Yeah, Schuker moved up on that pitch. Swing and a miss, slowing the strike zone, 0-2. Not sure if that dropped off before it reached the plate or not.
Oh, it sure did. Aaron's moved up right up into the front of the box now. He doesn't want to get fooled by this changeup that drops out. Thinks he can catch up with the fastball.
That one's well outside, 1-2. The catcher, Hoog, had to move to make sure that one didn't get to the backstop, because that's not what they want right now with a runner on third. He's on top of that one, but ripped foul down the third baseline.
Well, they're definitely not behind the pitches with Palak. Hit a lot of hard fouls down the line, pulling it. This time Aaron not so far up in the batter's box, but still trying to take away that dropping breaking pitch. See who was fooled on earlier in the at-bat.
And he hits it right at the shortstop, Salih. He barely had to move at all, so that was the third out. So Israel strands a pair, but they do get one in the top half of the first inning.
Kom op, hè. Maar aanvallen, hè. We aanvallen zien, hè.
Zase bat of Team Belgium, number 7, Wesley Janssens. První na pálku jde s číslem 7, Wesley Janssens.
Okay, we just saw Winnick bat that inning. Now he's coming to pitch. Leading off for Belgium is the second baseman, Wesley Janssens. High pitch, he pops it up, could be trouble. Second baseman getting called off by the right fielder, Schuker. That was the second baseman, Aaron, also going back on it.
Nice play there by Schuker. A long run for him, and with that wind swirling as it is, wasn't sure whether this ball was going to drop in or not. He got there just in time, called off the second baseman, and made a nice running catch.
So with one out, the batter now is Goran Hoog, the catcher. Squares to bunt, takes high, ball 1.
Hoog hitting .222. 2 hits and 9 at bats.
1-1. Gets a piece of that one. 1-2 now the count.
Winnick comes into this game with a 4.05 ERA, 19 innings of pitch, 19 hits, 18 runs, and hitters hitting .264 against him.
Two and two.
That's two straight changeups, one way up out of the zone, the second one bouncing about half meter in front of home plate.
Well, the count is now full. He puts that one in the strike zone, hits it hard to third base. Leon knocks it down, but no play for anybody.
That was a tough short hop. Kind of got handcuffed on that one, and then there was a little bit of indecision who's going to actually try to take that ball at the shortstop and third. They almost collided. Roth picked it up and decided to hold on. Good decision.
So for the runner on, the batter is now Jan Zelenka. He takes a strike on the outside corner. The ground ball up the middle. And going to third, there'll be a play at third base. Might have been a play there on Huig, throw down to second, so now everybody moves to second and third. I was gonna say they might have had a chance to get Huig at third base there if the throw had been on line.
A nice hit by Zelenka right up the middle.
I'm just gonna see that throw now. I might not have got him after all.
But a cannon there in center field. Nice throw right on the line. We'll make note of that. I'm sure the Belgian players are making note of that and be a little bit more cautious on the base.
So Ivan de Groot now the batter with runners in scoring position and one out.
De Groot having a mammoth tournament, hitting .385, 5 hits and 13 at bats, 10 total bases, leads the team with 10 total bases.
In the dirt, 1-1. And those are balls that definitely, with a runner on third base, Siegel wants to make sure he blocks. Puts the ball in play to second base. Oh, the throw is low, and he is safe. And that will score a run to make it 2-0. To Aaron, he couldn't field it cleanly and then threw it in the dirt, and Schrem couldn't dig it out in time to get the out.
Well, that was a nice play to field that ball. That line shot to Hopper. The second hop wasn't easy. We see it there. And then he's got plenty of time to make the throw after deciding not to throw it home. And I think the umpire got the call right because the first baseman is there trying to dig it out, and it doesn't actually have it in possession of his glove before the runner crosses first.
Yeah, he had the glove on top of it, but I don't think he had it up off the ground. So now 1-1 is the score with one out. The batter now, Jeroen van Nuffel. Little infield ground ball. Leon again, or Aaron again. This time he does make the throw to first to get the out.
Good decision there. No chance for the double play. You want to get the second out of the inning.
So now Kenny Selly, the shortstop, batting with 2 out and runners in scoring position, takes a strike.
Outfield playing a step or two in.
That one started up, but I think it dropped into the strike zone.
That was the slowest pitch I've seen this tournament. So he has now two types of changeups, the super slow and the medium. I think the Belgian players will be ready for that next time. It's the kind of game.
And that one's outside, 2-2.
The super slow changeup is one you can get away with once or twice a game, but not more than that.
That one's hit hard to center field. Does Schellen have a chance at it? He does, and he makes the catch for the third out. So Belgium gets one, answers back with one. Each team get a run in their half of the inning, and we move on, tied 1-1.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
So now interesting that we've got Jan Zelenka pitching for Belgium here in the second inning.
There you go. Another game of practice, brother. Hey, see that again? Take that to right field. That's where it goes. 2-3.
Roy Schellen is the batter for Israel, leading off the top of the second inning. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. And Schellen walks on 5 pitches to lead off the second inning. Gil Siegel, the catcher, now batting.
Well, Derek, it looks like the pitcher for Belgium now is Zelenka.
We got the throw down to first base, and he's out. Schellen leading off first base. We've seen a few throws down there, but we haven't seen, that's the first time in a couple days here that we've seen anybody caught. But Schellen off a little bit too far off the base, and Huig with a quick throw down to first.
That was a snap throw.
De Groot has applied the tag and got him.
Jan Zelenka pitching for Belgium with a 4.42 ERA, holding batters to a 200 average.
We take another look at that play at first base. So something now Siegel with the 0-2, that one now makes it 1-2, but he came up to bat with a runner on first base and nobody's out, and nobody out, and now he's got one out and nobody on base.
Well, nice play there. We see in the replay the second baseman, Janssens, sneaking behind the runner at first. First baseman going in for the bunt. And a bit of a timing play with Hugh just throwing to the empty base, second baseman slapping the tag down.
Yeah, that'd be Janssens, the second baseman. So 2-2 now. The count to Siegel. He hits that one hard. It's a fair ball. Third base. Van Nuffel, the throw across the diamond to get the out at first. So 2 up and 2 down.
Nice crisp play there by Van Nuffel at third base. Got a one-hopper, fielded it right before he's about to hit the bag, and rifled the ball. Plenty of time.
If he didn't get that one, that could have been extra bases. Adi Leon now, one of the 2 Leon brothers on this team. Adi, the left fielder. Big cut and a strike.
Adi hitting 154 this tournament.
He bunts that high pitch, and it goes to De Groot for the out. So he was maybe thinking bunting all along, but that pitch was a high pitch and ended up in the air, and an easy play by De Groot to end the inning.
Aanvallers leggen, aanvallen die goede ballen, hè?
So Michael Lees now, the leads off the bottom of the second inning for Belgium. Takes a strike.
Lees hitting 286 this tournament. In the 7th spot here today.
Takes another high pitch, ball 2, 2-1. Reaches for one on the outside corner, 2-2. Gets under a pitch, pops it up, but it gets out of play. 2-2. Full count now.
A little bit of cloud coverage for the first time today.
Hits that one to second base. Aaron over to Schrimm for the out.
Nice play there by Aaron. Gets down, gets his body in front of it. It's a great advantage of playing second base. You've got plenty of time. All you got to do is knock down that ball.
He's had only the second inning. He's had a busy game so far.
2 nice plays after that first error.
Steve Sellis now with 1 out.
Sellis, 3 hits and 7 times up this tournament.
Gets a piece of that one. 1-1. Fouls that back to the backstop. Two and two.
Wind still blowing in gently from right center.
Goes downstairs, swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 away.
So after a lot of Belgian base runners in the first inning, it does seem that Winnick has settled down.
We've now got Daniel Morel, the number 9 hitter and right fielder.
Morel's been up 4 times with 2 hits this tournament.
Strike down the heart of the plate. Now we're gonna get the plate cleaned off a little. The catcher, Siegel, wanted to clean off, I guess. Make a more visible target for his pitcher. Flashes the 2 on the inside corner. That did come inside. A bit up though. Wants to go to the other side this time. Called strike.
Back-to-back up fastballs there. That one caught the corner.
He's going to come back again, sets up outside. That one's in the dirt. 2-2.
Nice change up there. Great pitch when you're ahead in the count. Having that fall out of the strike zone.
Full count, 2 out.
Just missed that one. He would have liked to get that call. Just a tad outside.
Strokes that one into left field for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Morel at the bottom of the lineup. We go back to Jansen's.
A nice swing there, 2-strike swing, just pokes it into left field.
Janssens fouls that one out of play.
Janssens flew out to left field his first time up. Start off the game.
Outside 1-1. Takes a strike.
I don't think Morel is going to be going anywhere, even with 2 outs. Top of the lineup here. Going to try to start a 2-out rally.
Hits a line shot right at Aaron for the out to retire the side. A 2-out single doesn't result in anything. The game stays 1-1 to the 3rd inning.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Dat is wat Team Israel, nummer 21, Daniel Winnick. Sergej Alkaš, izraelský tým s číslem 21, Daniel Winnick.
Daniel Winnick, the Israeli pitcher now, leading off the top of the 3rd inning.
Winnick started this game off with a single.
And falls away from him, swing and a miss. One and one. Two and one.
Zelenka coming in with some off speed there. Too high in the zone.
Three and one. Oh, they called a strike there. Sorry, 2 and 2.
That was a late strike call. Just got the upper edge of the zone.
Ground ball up the middle. Leadoff single for Winnick again.
Well, I've been impressed with him the first 2 times up. 2 very hard hit balls into the outfield, and see if the Israelis can get something started again here in the 3rd.
Well, that'll bring up Mordecai Roth, the shortstop. Something wrong with the bat now. The umpire taking the bat. I don't think you can cork an aluminum bat, can you?
Well, they're definitely
checking to see if it's a legal bat, I guess. Is it cracked, or is that the?
They're checking to see if it fits the requirements for a legal bat in this tournament.
Well, this is right close to us. You can even see us in that shot there. But as you're looking, the umpires are showing some officials from the European Softball Federation.
This is always a tough matter, but all of the bats should have been passed through some kind of inspection before the tournament.
Well, they are taking the bat out of play.
Well, they're going to check the bat out.
Apparently the certification on it is old. So it might be a legal bat.
They checked all the bats before the tournament.
I see. Okay, well, the explanation we got is the sticker. There's a sticker that gets put on the bats to show that they're legal for use. Now, this sticker on it right now is an old one, so it was sort of legal at one time. And so they're going to check the bat now.
And I guess we're going to have a holdup in the game because the bat is being used by more than one player. So
I mean, I was going to ask, can they just continue the game using a different bat?
Well, not if this is the team's favorite bat. Especially after it just got a hit. You want the hot bat in the lineup.
This isn't going to be a pine tar situation, is it?
Let's hope not, for the umpire's sake. The bat has been deemed legal and on the list. Up.
We've got some objections from the Belgian team now.
The Belgian manager is saying he does not care if it's on the list, but the bat, in his view, is not legal. So it may have been the case that, Derek, that it passed the initial inspection, but maybe it should not have passed the inspection. The Belgium coaching staff seems to think that they know for a fact that this type of bat cannot be used.
Well, I can't speak with any level of expertise on this matter, so I'm not even going to try to. We'll just wait to see what the final outcome is.
Well, this protest may actually end up backfiring, because if the bat is deemed illegal, it means Zelenko will have stood around without pitching for 5 minutes.
Well, we've seen him warming up a little bit. He looks like he wants to get going, though.
Yeah,
He looks pretty impatient.
No pitcher wants to have to stop and then go right back at it without the proper warm-up.
And I guess in a lot of ways it's no winning. It's no different than just being a half inning with the team up to bat. The ESF officials seem insistent that this bat is legal.
It has been determined that the bat is legal, can be used.
Now, if the Belgian team still doesn't agree with this, I guess their only recourse would be a protest, but that they'd kind of be protesting the people that just made the ruling. So I don't know.
That's right. The Belgian coach is now being shown the list of approved bats or disapproved ones. Okay, so it's been explained to us that the bat is approved and that the illegal bat was very similar, but there was one letter difference, and therein perhaps lies the confusion with the...
I'm wondering how they even know. Did they pick up the bat off the ground to read it? Anyway, that first pitch to Roth goes to the backstop. Winnick moves up, and you were saying how if that layoff might have hurted Zelenka or not. That was his first pitch after a break of about 10 minutes.
Well, Roth hit the ball hard the first time up. He grounded out to the third baseman.
There's nobody out, and he now has a runner at second base. You can see off to the left of your screen Winnick there. Chop to the first base side. De Groot gets it, steps on the bag. Winnick over to third. So one out and a runner on third base.
Nice play there by De Groot. He almost backpedaled and was in danger of actually tripping over first base when he backpedaled on that one, but ended up catching it and stepping back on first base.
So
almost in unison.
That hit by Roth served pretty much the same purpose as a bunt. And there, Schrem there, the first baseman, takes a mighty cut at that first offering from Zelenka.
Schrem bounced back to the pitcher his first time up.
Swings at a pitch outside, 0-2 now. We can hear after that layoff, as Schrem calls for time, we can hear below us the Israeli bench. They had some time to sit there for a while, but now ever since we started playing again, they've been really making a lot of noise, trying to get back into this game, get the groove going. Ground ball to shortstop. There's going to be a play at the plate. The throw is in time to cut down Winnick at the plate. That was silly at shortstop. And you have to wonder whether it was a smart play for Winnick to take off on the pitch like that.
Well, that he also seemed to have gotten a late jump after he definitely was not running on contact. I mean, I don't think he could have got in there in time anyways, but the play may have been a little bit closer. He seemed to hesitate at third base. Let's take a look at it again. Can't see the runner. Just seems that he maybe was a step or two late after the ball was hit. But nice play by that shortstop to get that ball there in time.
So a big out for Belgium now, 2 outs.
I can't.
Schrem on first base with the fielder's choice, and Fear Leon now up to bat.
I think a good idea by Winnick to go ahead and try in a 1-1 game, try to get that lead run home, especially with one out. Although, on the other hand, you do have the heart of the Israeli order coming up now. Tough call.
It's got to be a boost to Belgium, though, to get that out at the plate. 1-2 now, the count to Leon.
He singled his first time up.
Hey, Seven, come on now.
Popped up, it's going to stay in play. De Groot under it. Makes the catch in foul territory for the third out. So Israel threatened, had a runner on third base with 1 out, but Winnick cut down at the plate, and they get nothing in the top half of the third inning. We'll go to the bottom half with the score 1-1. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Leading off for Belgium is the catcher, Goran Huig. Saw him make that tag out there at the plate. He tagged out Winnick, who is now the guy pitching to him. Huig squares to bunt. Pulls it away, but it's called strike.
Now Huga reached on an error on the third baseman his first time up.
Pitch in the strike zone, going to be trouble, and it gets through between third base and shortstop for a leadoff single.
Well, two hard-hit balls now by Huga. On base twice already.
So Jan Zelenka, the pitcher, now coming up to bat.
Zelenka singled his first time up.
He takes high, ball 1. One and one.
Well, Derek, with the bat technology so advanced these days, it's really not surprising that managers will, from time to time, question the other team's equipment.
Pitch in the dirt. Huig going nowhere. Yes, hit up the middle. And an interesting play there. It looked like Roth tried to maybe from the ground scoop it to Aaron, but it didn't really work out.
That was the only chance he had to gain the lead runner. He wasn't going to get the runner at first, so a good attempt there at Roth, but he was unable to shovel that with any accuracy. And I'm not sure he would have been able to get it there in time anyways, but nice effort there by Roth, and a good idea, good thinking.
So first and second now, with Ivan de Groot, the first baseman, up to bat.
That was Zelenka's second hit of the day. Huga getting a big jump off of second base.
Yeah, again at second. You can see him coming into the screen there in the monitor. He comes right across there. That one missed.
I don't know where it missed, but
Winnick with a bit of a grin on his face. It looks like he can't believe that missed. Still got 1 and 2. That one's popped up. Center field. Shellon under it. Tagging and going to third base is Huig. So now first and third with 1 out.
good idea, throwing to second base. Shellon with a cannon out there in center field. We see him, but very wise not to try to get the runner and to hold the runner at first.
Well, the last time in a similar situation, he did try to throw out a third, and then that caused the runner on first base to move up to second as well. I wonder if there was maybe between innings some talk in the dugout about that. Van Nuffel, the third baseman, is now the batter.
Here you preserve the possibility of a double play.
Ground ball to shortstop, looks to home, gets the force out at second. That was Roth. Decided there was no play at the plate, went to Aaron at second. So 2 out now, and the Belgians now in front 2-1 with Hoog scoring the go-ahead run. Kenny Sully, the shortstop, he hits a fly ball to left field to Leon. He makes the catch for the out. So that's the end of the inning, but Belgium does get 1, and they now lead 2-1.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Not bad. Ross Schuker.
We go to the 4th inning now. Roz Schuker leading off for Israel.
Schuker also part of this youth movement, one of the 4 high school students on the team in the starting lineup today. He singled his first time up.
The count now 1-1.
Hey, brother, come on out. Hey, Ben.
bases, 1 in the dirt, 1 and 2.
Nice off-speed pitch there by Zelenka. Drops out of the zone.
His nickname is Shuki, apparently. Just a bit outside, as they say. Foul tip. Strike 3. Down goes Shuker. Second baseman Jonathon Aaron now, the batter.
Aaron lined out his first time up. He's had a busy day at second base. Been involved in a number of plays.
That one well outside. It's happened a couple of times this inning now. You wonder if there's, sometimes it's a case of the pitcher not being able to get a good grip on a ball. That one catches the inside corner. 2-1. Looks like they're calling for the heat. Misses that outside corner again.
Hey, brother, come on. Be off on something good.
Good count here. Aaron moving up in the box, trying to take away the possibility of that off speed.
Ground ball, a little bit of a hop for the shortstop there, but gets the out at first base. That was Seli, played the hop well.
Yeah, that was an in-between hop. He wasn't sure whether to charge that and try to pick it up on the short hop. Stayed back on it, and it's quick enough to get that throw first in plenty of time.
Come on, Ben.
So Roy Schellen now, the batter, takes outside ball 1 with 2 out. Two and 0. That one catches the corner. 2-1.
Schellen walked his first time up.
2-2.
Outfield straight away.
Off-speed pitch fouled away.
Way out in front of that. Good place for an off-speed pitch, but I'm sure Zelenka would want that ball falling a little bit lower. Not keeping it up in the zone there where it can be hit hard.
He seems to be more of a finesse pitcher than an overpowering one. Full count now and 2 out. Base is empty. So Schillen trying to get something done here with 2 out. And he gets a board with 2 away. So catcher Gil Siegel now has to take off his shin guards.
Siegel grounded out. Third base his first time up.
Shows bunt, runner going, the throw off to the side, and he gets in there under the tag. Looks like Selly thought he got him with the tag. He seemed to be showing the umpire that.
No, I think there was...
No, the tag missed,
Tag missed for sure. He's trying to sell that, but definitely safe.
The throw was high. He might have been able to get it if the throw was a bit lower. Ground ball, just foul.
That was really close. And good decision there by the Israelis to steal second base with 2 outs. I like that.
Well, that would have scored the run for sure. You just heard the coach, this instruction from the coach there now.
Anything outside, take it to right field.
Well, that one was outside, but... And a big jump off the base there by Schillen. But got back there in time. The 1-2 pitch to Siegel. Catches the corner, 2-2.
So that was strike 3. And that's the end of the inning. So we go to the 5th inning, or the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-1 for the Belgium.
So bottom of the 4th inning now. Michael Lays leading off for Belgium. Fouls off the first pitch.
Lays grounded out to second base his first time up.
One and one. One and two. Ground ball to third base. Getting a glove on it is Leon. Throw is wide over to first base, and there's going to be a play at second now. The throw is in time to get Lays. So he tried to take off for second after the throw was wide at first base, but that throw was well in time to get him at second.
Yeah, he took a wide turn after first base, really slowed up, and the ball kind of ricocheted off the siding there by the stands, and he was a dead duck at second base.
And that was the right fielder Schuker with the throw. So I guess that was a 5-9-6 put out. Ground ball as Aaron diving to his right, gets the out at first base.
Oh, what a play by Aaron there. That's absolutely spectacular. He was completely outstretched, got the ball, and was able to make the throw to first base. I'd like to take another look at that if possible. That ball had right field written all over it.
Inside, 1-0. Daniel Morel is now the batter. Fouls that one away, 1-1. Gets under that one, pops it up, could be trouble, falls in. Roth made a good effort for it, dove for it, just couldn't come up with that one, and it fell in just between the shortstop and the center fielder.
That almost stayed up long enough for Roth to make a diving catch, but no way the outfielder playing relatively deep is going to be able to make that catch.
So back to the top of the order with 2 out and a runner on first base. Wesley Janssens. 1-0. Pitch outside, going on the play. The throw is in time to get Morel. The throw.
Nice play there by Roth to get that, take down that throw, a high throw, and apply the tag.
So, we're going to get another look at that one. The throw from Seagull. Roth coming across the shortstop to make the tag on Morel to end the inning. So, after 4 innings, Belgium still leads 2-1, and we now have an interview with Croatian coach Damir Mandrić.
I'm here with Damir Mandrić, the Croatian head coach. Damir, you finished 7th. Yes. Are you happy with the result?
At the beginning of the tournament, we were hoping to qualify for top 6, but it was, when we came, our game we wanted to win, it was against Israel. So it was the first round, first day, Monday, and we lost that game. After that, it was kind of hard because we had to beat Netherlands. We were fighting, but at the end, last 7 games, I think we had 6 wins. So I think we are happy with it. 7th place, you know, it's good to finish the tournament like this.
You were quite unlucky 2 years ago as well.
Yes.
Left out of the playoffs. Are you working hard in your national program?
I think all the guys are working, and I think we have kind of young team, and I think, you know, we have bright future with those guys. I told the guys, you know, it was very good to finish the tournament like this, and I think we're gonna have bright future with those guys, and they're gonna work hard for next 2 years, you know, to be better in 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, that's the Croatians finishing 7th. It was an interesting game. They had for the first 2 innings of that one, we had a scoreless game with a pretty good pitchers duel going. Then the Croats broke it open with 7 runs in the 3rd inning, and then added 4 more in the 4th to enact the mercy rule. So we now go to the 5th inning, and leading off for Israel is Adi Leon at the bottom of the order, and he's now ahead in the count 2-0.
Adi popped up to the first baseman his first time up.
Goes down and gets that one, strokes it into right field. Leadoff single for Leon.
Well, nice bit of hitting there, went with the pitch, took it to right field. That's what the Israeli coach is asking them to do, to go with the pitch more, not try to pull everything, and that's exactly what he did.
Daniel Winnick, the Israeli pitcher, back at the top of the order.
Winnick's got 2 hits today. Make that
and he's
3.
got 3, and that could be trouble. No, the left fielder makes a pretty good recovery there, gets it in, but it's still a double for Winnick. Advances the run into 3rd. That was the left fielder, Steve Sellis. It could have been trouble, but he actually moved over pretty quickly to get to that one.
Another hit with the magic bat. This time a double, and he's 3 for 3 today.
The outfield playing very deep, but I guess after the way Winnick had batted the first couple of times, that's not surprising.
Yeah, he can really drive the ball. He's got a sweet swing, too, from that left side.
So with a couple of runners in scoring position, Mordecai Roth is now the batter.
Roth has grounded out twice this afternoon. This is a big chance for the Israelis to take this lead back.
And he gets under that one. That could be foul. It is just foul.
That would have been very interesting if he had made that catch, to see if the runner on second would have tried to score, tag up and score.
Well, it's also one of those situations where you wonder, I don't think he could get to it anyway. We're going to get another look at it. I'm not sure even if he tried, he could have caught that one, but if he had, I'm not sure it's a ball you want to catch.
Exactly. That could have been a 2-run sacrifice fly.
2-1 now. And as much as Roth is going to want to drive in some runs, he doesn't want to chase any pitches. Zelenka is going to try to get him to, though. He hits that one in left field. That is going to be fair. It's to Sellis again. He makes the catch this time. Tagging and scoring the tying run is Leon. Advancing to third base is Winnick. So with 1 out, the score is now 2-2.
Nice running catch there by the left fielder, Sellis. That time, they're going to check at second if he's left too early, but I don't think there's any chance he's tagged up properly.
Well, Sellis has gotten a workout this inning. He's got a lot of running to do. He's had about 3 balls hit out to him in the last 2 batters. And now another hit. That Shrim goes right back up the middle and drives in another run. Winnick in to score the go-ahead run, 3-2 Israel.
Well, they're not waiting around. They're going, swinging at a lot of first pitches. This time it pays off for Shrem.
So with a rally going, Kfir Leon, his brother started this rally this inning here in the 5th. And now with 1 out, he comes up to bat.
Leon's got a hit, 1 hit this afternoon. Popped out also to the catcher.
I don't know if they're making a substitution now, but Kfir still has the bat in his hands. I'm not sure if they are making a change with something with the official score, but it does appear in any case Kfir is going to bat. We got a pinch runner. It's Brownlee. Leon chops at that one, foul.
Well, Leon too going up a little bit in that batter's box, trying to take away the off-speed pitches falling out of the zone.
Zelenka ahead now 0-2.
That seems to be the strategy here by the Israeli team, really to take away that low off-speed pitch that's going to fall away. They get up far enough in that zone, they can hit it.
Swing and a miss. A lot of movement on that pitch. And a big strikeout for Zelenka.
That was a big strikeout. That pitch seemed to just float in there just outside the zone.
Raz Shuker now, the batter.
Shuker has a hit and a strikeout this game.
It's inside, ball 1. Two and 0. With 2 out, they haven't really tried to move that runner along. The pinch runner.
We'll see if they try with 2 outs. Try another steal.
That went outside and he's going. The throw looks like it's in time. And the out is called, so a strong throw there from Huig. Both catchers have shown a good ability to get that throw off to second base. So that ends the inning, but Israel does score twice in that inning and now lead 3-2.
Okay, so we go to the bottom of the 5th with Wesley Janssens leading off for Belgium. A bunt down the third base line, picked up foul. Winnick pitching well so far, allowing just 2 runs. Israelis taking the lead back in the top part of this inning. That one's high and away. 1-1, the count evens. Outfield playing straight away. Players guarding the line at the corners for the Israeli team. That's low, ball 2. Ball 3, 3-1.
So Wesley Janssens leads off the inning with a walk. I believe he was batting actually the last inning. It's interesting situation because in the last inning, both innings ended with a caught stealing at second base. So we'll see the same thing when Croatia comes up to bat. So now we've got the catcher, the guy who's arming, and he lays down a bunt here. Winnick fields it himself, takes the only out available at first base. A successful sacrifice bunt by Huig.
First time this game that Huig doesn't get on base. He was on with it on an error and then a hit. Nice sacrifice bunt, trying to tie this game up. Brings up their big hitter, Jan Zelenka.
On the outside corner for a strike.
Nice pitch there by Winnick.
That one is in the dirt, goes to the backstop. Janssens down to third base on the wild pitch.
But wait a minute, he hit. They're saying they hit the batter. That means
that'll mean Janssens has to go back to second.
And that's exactly what they're doing. So this may work in the Israelis' favor. You're taking the bat out of Zelenka's hands. He's going to be pinch hit for.
Yeah, they are.
Pitch run for, sorry.
Looks like the coach going to run himself.
Oh, there we go. Well, Zelenka had 2 hits today, so you keep the force out. You keep the runner off third base. Almost like an intentional walk there.
That's Stefan Tillemans, the coach that we've seen. We've seen him protesting the use of the bat. He's now running on first base, and the batter is now Ivan de Groot, the first baseman, with runners at first and second and 1 out.
De Groot has been on base twice today on an error and a hit.
He chops it to shortstop. Roth over to third base, gets the force out. Leon.
Nice play there with Roth. It almost happened that the runner slid into the third base, knocked the ball out of the third baseman Leon's hands. Leon is talking about the umpire about that. He thinks maybe he would have had a play at a double play, but when the
well, I don't think there was a chance to get any other runner in any case anyway.
No, absolutely not.
So Jeroen van Nuffel now up to bat, takes a strike.
And it certainly wasn't intentional. The Belgian player was sliding in, his hand went up as he slid, and it just slapped at the glove, but absolutely unintentional.
I don't know if they may have had an argument if in the fact it caused him to drop the ball. But 0-2 now the count. To Van Nuffel.
Van Nuffel's been on with a fielder's choice and his second time up.
1-2. Runner staying.
This is a big at bat. 2 outs. 1 runner in scoring position.
Base hit up the middle, and that looks like it'll score a run. It does, because it gets past the center field and is rolling all the way to the fence. This could be 2 runs, maybe 3. Is Van Nuffel going to get all the way around the bases? He is. That was a base hit up the middle, but got past the center fielder Schellen and rolled all the way to the fence.
Oh, Schellen was charging that ball, trying to see if he could gun down the run at the plate, and it just slid under his glove, and he had a long run back.
I think that's only a single with a 3-base error and 3 runs score there. So Belgium now in front 5-3. A big 2-out bases clearing hit by Van Nuffel there. And it brings to bat Kenny Selling, and he goes back up the middle again. Base hit to center field.
And all these runs coming with 2 outs.
Michael Lays now. One and 0, and Siegel looking back. Selly at first base. He's shown he's looking up, expecting a steal, and he's ready to throw. That one's popped up, but looks like it's going to get out of play, and it does. 1-1. Both catchers, Selly for Israel and Huig for Belgium, have definitely shown an ability to throw out runners, so I'm sure that Selly at first base is fully aware of that. He's going anyway, gets a piece of it. That's a live ball. Selly fields it and throws out the out at first base to retire the side. But Belgium get 3 runs that inning, all with 2 out. And as we go to the 6th inning, they now lead 5-3.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Hey, brother, come on.
Well, we just got a couple of looks there of that big 3-run bases clearing play there in the top half of the inning. That got under the glove of center fielder Roy Schellen. We will actually see Schellen bat third in this inning. Roz Schuker, the right fielder, leading off.
Well, he was up to bat when they threw out the potential stealer at going to second base at the end of last inning. Schuker's had a single and he struck out today. This really has been a back and forth game. Israelis jumping out, 1-0 lead. Belgians coming back, it was 2-1. Then Israel with last inning going up 3-2.
Big swing and a miss there. So Zelenka fights back from 3-0 to make it a full count.
And then finally at the last half of the inning, as you said, Belgium coming up with that big hit and a costly error. Helped them get 3 runs on the board.
So after going 3-0 and then fighting back with 2 strikes, Schuker gets on board with a walk. Jonathan Aron, the second baseman. We've seen a lot of him defensively today.
Yeah, he's made some nice plays. He lined out and grounded out today. Up and that's
he
gonna be trouble.
Above. That could be trouble. It is a fair ball.
Oh,
is he going to try? Whoa, there's some confusion on the base pass there, as it looked like Schuker didn't. He was not sure if that was going to be caught or not, and so he wasn't going too far.
Well, the second baseman fielded it on the bounce, but then it bobbled it and had to go retrieve it. Schuker was still at second base at this point, but decided to take the chance and try to get to third. There was no throw on the play.
So this game, we're now in the 6th inning. Belgians with a 2-run lead, but Israel with 2 runners on and nobody out, very much in this. We've got first and third as the Belgians, you see there, a defensive conference. We've got Schuker on third base, Aron at first base. The batter now, Schellen, who made that big error in center field, and he would love to atone for that right now.
Well, now's the time. He's been on base twice with 2 walks.
Oh. And he strokes that into center field. That will drive in 1 run.
What a rocket.
So it's now a 5-4 game, still with nobody out here in the 6th inning.
And that was headed to the gap. That probably would have gotten by the center fielder. It was in between center field and right. If the second baseman hadn't, Janssen hadn't tried slowed that down a little bit, but very little chance to catch that.
Gil Siegel now, the catcher. The 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Runners not moving.
That was a ball the runners could have moved up with, but it would have been a little bit of a gamble.
Showing bunt, pulls it away. I run with a big jump off second base, and he could because there was nobody covering the bag. Siegel going to show bunt now. This is a situation where you definitely could see that happening. He is, but it's outside. Throw down to first base. Again, the second baseman. We've seen that once already today. The Belgian second baseman Janssens got in there to make a tag out.
Yeah, they worked that well the first time. Israelis a little bit more cautious this time.
So with 2 balls and no strikes, 3-0.
Nobody, no get cut. No get doubled here. 5 balls, 3-2.
Zelenka is not going to want to walk here and put the tying run on third base and the go-ahead run on second.
Especially with Leon coming up, who's hit the ball hard today.
Ground ball, interesting that he goes with on the 3-0 pitch. The third baseman, Van Nuffel, fields the ground ball, tags the base.
Well, it's too bad that the Israelis weren't able to move up the runners on that to avoid that force out. There was one ball that hit off the catcher. If they had read it well and seen that was going into the dirt and was going to deflect off the catcher, they could have moved up.
Well, Adi Leon now with 1 out. Early in the count, also in that last one, Siegel was showing bunt a couple of times, but it was interesting they decided to swing away on 3-0. That one does go to the backstop, and the runners will move up. Puig throws it down to third base, and he got it down there quickly, but not much of a chance to get the out.
Well, that was a bit of a break there for the Israelis. They've got the runners in scoring position, even though they were unable to get that bunt down last time. See if Leon can drive a pitch.
Another one well outside. Oh, there is going to be an attempt now. What happened there? That's a tied game now with Roy Schellen coming in to score. And it looked like he wasn't going at first, but the ball somehow got away from...
Well, that's the risk of throwing the ball. The catcher flipped it to home plate without looking, and Zelenka had not continued in when he saw that the runner wasn't going to run. He didn't go all the way to home plate. So the catcher ended up flipping the ball over home plate, and the runner on third alertly took off at that point and scored the tying run.
Okay, I had stopped looking at Huig at that point because I was expecting no play, and then suddenly saw the ball rolling on the ground and the runner breaking toward the plate. So we still have Adi Leon up to bat. He's now still in a position with a runner in scoring position, and that's the go-ahead run at second base. He goes down and gets that one, fouls it away.
Yeah, they're feeding Leon a number of off-speed pitches, trying to get him to get himself out.
Another low one, a ground ball right to de Groot. He'll take it himself for the second out. Siegel moves down to third base.
Nice play there by de Groot. And that's bringing up the Winnick, who has been absolutely on fire at the plate today.
And with 2 out, and Siegel being the catcher, he does have a pinch runner for him, and it is Leon. It has to be Leon. Daniel Winnick.
They
are putting him on base.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the case. This kid has hit the ball hard 3 times. They're not going to take a chance with him, and they'll instead try their luck with Roth.
So with 5-5, 2 out, top of the 6th inning, Mordecai Roth with runners at 1st and 3rd comes to bat. Takes a swing and a miss at the first pitch.
Nice off-speed pitch there. Starts him off with it. We'll see if he goes. Roth moving up in the batter's box as well.
Off speed, that could be trouble, falls in, and Israel is ahead 6-5 on the RBI single by Roth, scoring Leon, who was pinch running.
Nice bit of hitting there by Roth. Doesn't get the most solid contact, but moving up in the box like that, he is able to negate the drop on the off-speed pitch and sort of pushes that into left field for the important RBI.
So Schreem now the batter. He goes down, foul, drives it down the 3rd base line.
Schreem with a hit the last time up. Schreem's got a huge gap in right center.
That pitch gets away, and the runners move up. Winnick even rounding 3rd a little bit on that pitch. Israel ahead 6-5, and they're looking for more with 2 out. Zelenka, with 2 out and 2 strikes, really want to get out of this inning. 2-2. Oh, these 2 teams have just gone back and forth this game.
They're asking if the count shouldn't be 3-1 and not 2-2. They're going to confer. The 3rd base coach thinks it's 3-1, as does the batter.
Well, the scoreboard says 2-2. Our graphic, I think, did say 2-2. Now it's saying 2-1. I thought there were 2 strikes, but I was just reading the scoreboard.
There have been a few pass balls this at bat.
He did foul off 1 pitch.
That's right. The question is if
2-2 is.
I think they count. They're calling it 2-1 now.
2 balls and 1 strike. That means who's ever controlling our graphics there is definitely the one on the ball here. Now it's 3-1. I think the 1 strike was the foul ball off the backstop.
1 pitch, 1 spot. Crush it. Let's go.
Outside corner, fly ball into center field. Under it is Lays, makes the catch to retire the side. But Israel with 4 runs that inning, and they're back on top now, 6-5. Belgium will try to answer in the bottom of the inning.
26. chvíli.
Come on. Zal die niet ervoor, elke keer niet winnen.
Steve Sellis, the left fielder, leads off for Belgium in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it seems like the last few innings anyway, every time a team's come up to bat, they've been behind and need to get something going. So I don't think anybody's going to say this ball game is over yet.
No, this has definitely been a seesaw affair. And if we continue the pattern, we can expect the Belgian team to mount some kind of threat in this inning. Maybe even take the lead back. It's almost been like two heavyweights slugging it out.
The 2-1, pops it up. Under it, it looks like Schillen has not much problem with it.
That ball was hit so hard that Schillen had plenty of time to come in from deep center field and catch that ball.
Take another look at it. Stayed up there forever. Daniel Morel.
Morel's had 2 hits already today. Hit the ball hard both times.
That one's fouled back out of play. 2-1. Three and one. So he's aboard with a walk.
It's the 3rd time on base today for Morel. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here, Derek. Switching the 3rd baseman and the pitcher. Oh, the left fielder's going to come in and play 3rd, and Wimmick's going to go out to left field.
The left fielder is Leon, Adi Leon. And the other it looks like Kafir Leon is going to be the one that is now pitching.
That's right.
We'll try to keep up with what other changes we see.
Team has already decided to substitute the pitcher. Now we can see pitching with Leon. Mezi střídání nadhazovače nadhazovací klubu se nám představí s číslem 7 Leon.
Leon's pitched 7 innings this tournament. He's given up 14 hits and 22 runs, 19 earned runs, 12 walks, 6 strikeouts, and hitters have hit .359 against him.
So it looks like we're getting ready to go now with Leon on the mound. First pitch is in the dirt, and the runner Morel will go down to second. And nobody was covering third base there, actually. So there was the thought that he might end up taking third too. Even the home plate umpire hurried to get to third base, anticipating a play there.
Roth hurried to third base after covering second, and the center fielder, which is now Winnick, is actually in center field now with...
Yeah, Schellen has moved over to left field.
Schellen's moved to left, so Winnick was coming in to cover second in case there was a rundown.
It might have been a bit of confusion because actually Leon, Adi Leon moved from left field to third base at that, so I don't know if it was just a bit of confusion as to sometimes getting your head into the new position you're playing and all the little things on you that you got to do. And this pitch goes to the backstop again, and Morel on back-to-back wild pitches moves ahead 2 bases, and the tying run now on third base.
Well, Kafir asking for a new ball, trying to get a feel for it. He definitely seems to fit the profile of a power pitcher. We've only seen fast and faster from him. There's a strike.
So 3-1 the count. 1 out. Janssens walks. Goran Huiche, the catcher, now up to bat. Israel would love something like a double play ball. Called strike.
I don't think the Belgian team's going to risk a steal here, especially with Leon being wild.
Well, Jansson's down to second on that play. So second and third now. I'm wondering if that hit him. He does not go. Morel does not go, although he probably could have made it.
Well, I think there was some confusion whether that ball hit the batter or not.
Yeah, I was confused by it. It hit something. I guess it was just the catcher.
Inside pitch got away.
If it's the tie, I mean, also you're thinking with tying run when one out, do you want to, it's a bit of a high-risk play to try to score from third if you're not sure.
It is. Especially with Leon having a hard time finding the strike zone here.
Low and away, 3-1.
Well, this was a risky move bringing in Leon. He's had his control problems this tournament. Definitely a faster pitcher than Winnick was.
Well, another walk issued by Leon, and the base is now loaded. And now Jan Zelenka up to bat. And, you know, you're in a tough situation where, of course, if you want to try to throw strikes, you risk throwing one over the heart of the plate, and Jan Zelenka could really make him pay for that.
Oh, definitely. The outfield is playing shallow to try to...
Well, it's important for Leon to get ahead in the count like that.
Zelenka could easily clear these bases with just a deep fly ball. The outfield's playing so shallow.
Low, 1-1.
That was the first changeup we've seen from Leon.
Lays off that one outside, 2-1.
No place to put him. He's going to have to come in.
That's what Zelenka's waiting for, I think. Three and one. Green light for Zelenka. He goes up the middle. One run in. Another run coming in. The plate of the plate. 2-run score for Belgium. They're back in front. 7-6 on a 2-run single by Zelenka.
Nice bit of hitting there by Zelenka. Not trying to do too much with that ball. Just hitting on the ground up the middle. He knows the infield's in. And a 2-run hit. Winnick came up clean with that ball in center field. A nice throw to center, but too late to get the runner. And again, we have a lead change. Belgium now on top 7-6.
One and 0 on De Groot. Ground ball, knocked down. Here's this play. Great defensive play by Aaron there after the ball was touched by the first baseman, Schrem. And they get that one out there. That's a big out.
That is really heads-up play there at second base by Aaron, but nice job to slow that ball down by Schrenner at first base.
Well, we were talking earlier how, you know, once if a guy just gets his glove on it or a part of his body on it, you never know what's going to happen. It could take a favorable bounce or be something disastrous, but this was good. It went right to Aaron, and then the unusual 3-4-3 put out.
And we'll have an intentional walk here of de Groot. Sorry, of Van Nuffel.
Well, with that, yeah, the first base was unoccupied by getting the runner at first base. We still have Zelenka at second. So now a forced play at any base.
Come on, Gaston, come on! Go snap!
We've got a pinch hitter coming up now.
Is it number 9?
Wout Snaps.
A high pressure situation here with the bases loaded, 2 out, 1-run game. He gets the corner there. I think the Belgians know that a 1-run lead is not safe in this situation. They've seen the Israelis come back before.
Well, not in this game. Certainly not.
One and one. Big block there by Siegel. Count runs to 2-1. That one just misses, 3-1. Leon in this position again with the bases loaded, 3-1 count. The last time Zelenka had the green light on it. Ball 4, and it's an 8-6 game.
Welcome to the ball, 1-1 scores, and no at bat, number 21, Michael Lace.
Michael Lays now the hitter as Seeley comes back into the game to run at first base.
Well, Lays has made contact all 3 times up. He has a hit. Leon's got to be careful here, not to let this game get out of hand.
One and 0. Two and 0.
Well, this has been the problem with Leon this tournament. Lots of walks. You don't want to dig yourself too deep a hole here just on the basis of walks.
Well, Israel has only got one more bat coming up, so he comes in there with a strike. Lays showed bunt there. I think in this situation, it's very, very, very unlikely he was actually going to lay down a bunt. Oh, that just missed. Ball 4, and it's now 9-6. And as I was saying, we don't want to consider this game over, but Israel only, as the visiting team, only has one more time at bat now. So it's starting to get now that 3 runs is a big inning.
Well, it looks like we're bringing in the starting pitcher. Winnick is going to come back and take the mound. Try to finish this off, limit the damage. That was a bit of a gamble bringing in Leon. Winnick was pitching well, and he definitely was not giving up runs due to control problems.
The coach of the Zorro team decided to substitute the pitcher. And he's pitching again. And Winnick.
Dat is zelfs de inning, hè? Andere inning, zeg ik juist. Ik heb er deze nog niet gekend.
Well, it looks like we're ready to go with Steve Sellis stepping up to the plate. Sellis has got a strikeout, ground out, and fly out today. Base is still loaded. 9-6.
All right, well, looks like we might also have, no, Steve Sellis is batting for Belgium. It looked like also Israel basically undid all the defensive changes they made. They're back to their starting alignment.
There's some discussion.
Well, they're going to go ahead now. 2 out.
He was showing, the umpire showing 3. There's 3 balls and 1 strike now.
So the walk makes it 10-6. And Daniel Morel now the batter, as the Belgians have scored 5 runs now this inning. And he hits that one fading foul.
Now Morel's been on base every single time up today. 2 hits and a walk, and he's hit the ball hard. 4-run advantage now for the Belgians. 1 big hit could really break this game wide open.
It looks like they're going to get 1 more on this wild pitch. 11-6 with Sellis scoring. Get another look at that. Just in the dirt and off the glove.
Get out of the city. Here we go, guys.
2-1. Three and one. So they get out of the inning, but not before Belgians score 6 runs. They now lead by 5, giving Zelenka a big cushion to work with going to the top half of the 7th.
Hey boys, come on, easy place, huh? Let's go, easy place.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Fear Leon, who we saw briefly pitching that last inning, is now leading off Israel in the top of the 7th inning. And they've got a big task ahead of them. Israel needs base runners. Leon ahead 2-0 right now. He's aboard with a walk. So they've got an uphill battle ahead of them, but it's the start Israel wants.
Well, it's not the start Zelenka wants. You don't want to walk the leadoff batter.
And they're going to talk about it now.
And I was just informed why, when Winnick was brought back into pitch for the Israelis, why he started with a 3-ball count. is because he took 3 warm-up pitches, which you are not allowed to have when you come back in as a pitcher after having already pitched. So that is why he was penalized and started with three ball count.
Yeah, I was confused over whether I had totally missed something. Now, is that in the same inning, or is that at any time in the game? Anytime in the game.
Any time in the game, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, it looks like we're also now going to get a new pitch for Belgium, a new pitcher for Belgium, and it is the mysterious Ivo Palinks,
who we were told was starting this game. And for some reason was switched with Jan Zelenka without the score, the person filling out the scorecard being informed.
He will inherit a base runner. And we can see there Raz Schuker, the batter. He was carefully watching, as you want to do when you're going to be facing a new pitcher that you haven't seen. Israel is going to need a big inning, but they have shown the ability to put up runs in this game, so...
Well, they're going to try to get base runners. They need to get as many base runners as possible. And if Palinks is unable to find the strike zone, then they're just going to let him struggle and not help him out.
And it's 2-0 now. Zelenka did look like he was tiring the last inning, and then after the leadoff walk, the Belgians obviously felt that they would be better served with a fresh pitcher. But with 3-0 now, Huik is going to go over and talk to him. Israeli's talking now. I'd be very surprised if Schuker swings at this pitch. So the first 2 batters of the inning for Israel are aboard. Both from different pitchers. And Jonathan Aron now up to bat with 2 runners on.
He's had a couple of hits today. He shows bunt, but definitely not going to be bunting.
No, they don't want to give away outs, and now that will move the runners along. That's not a huge thing right now at this point.
Now these runners have no bearing.
They just can't go out.
What Palinks has to do is just throw strikes here. Let his fielders end this game for him.
Oh, he's going to try for it, but they got a lucky bounce, and it's now 11-7. Interesting, that could have taken an unlucky bounce and resulted in an out.
I wouldn't have gone home on that, but it looked like Leon was...
All tournament long, we've seen some very strange bounces off the backstop, we've seen some that have come right back to the pitcher, back to the catcher, and almost allowed the catcher to throw out a runner going to third base.
Yeah, there's a ricochet effect here. You got to be very sure that you're going to have the time to make this run home, especially with a 5-run deficit.
Well, it's 4 now. Still nobody out. And 3-0, the count to Jonathan Aron. Did he call a strike? He did. 3-1. I do recall a game at the junior tournament a few years back, and Israel may have a few players on this team that were part of that, where they had a 6-run lead going into the 7th inning against Croatia, and Croatia scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to win the game.
Well, that's right. It's a timeless game. Anything can happen, and it's not over until the hefty woman sings.
Well, Palinks get it ahead in the count against Roy Schellen, as Israel getting out towards the bottom of the order. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
That's the first swings we've seen against Palinks.
Ground ball right to Palinks. He looks at second, decides to go to first to get the out. I mean, yeah, right now the Belgians are going to take any outs they get. They don't care at what base.
Good decision there by Palinks. You don't want to be throwing that ball into center field. Get the out, let the run score if it's going to, and just get 2 more outs before the Israelis score 4 runs.
So Siegel pops it up shallow. He'll be the second baseman under it. Not deep enough to score the run. Janssens with the catch. So Israel gets the first 3 runners aboard, but now 2 outs, has them down to their last out. And they now go to they're still at Adi Leon.
He's hit the ball hard today.
He's got a chance for a couple of RBIs right now. Inside. Takes a strike, 1-1. One and 2. The Israelis down to their last strike. So after having struggled to find the strike zone the first couple batters, it looks like Palinks is starting to settle down and find the zone. Called strike 3 to end the game. He's not happy with that strike. Called strike 3 call. Drew a line in the dirt where he thought it was. But nonetheless, that's the ball game. Belgium wins 11-7. And they take 5th place. Israel finished 6th.
Well, that was a nice game to watch, back and forth.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
There's a pannenkoekjes.